Hi everyone, it's episode 2 of the garage conversion that I'm doing for a friend of mine. So as you can see, up to now we've put the floor in, which is what you saw on the last video. So that's got a DPM underneath it. It's a timber suspended floor. The reason we've done that is, well, the DPM's there to stop any damp from rising, but also the garage was about 200mm lower than the floor height of the house. So we've had to build it up so it's going to be sort of level when we do the knock through, which is going to be around there. We've also done the roof as well. So you can see there we've put this flat roof in, and the roof is then come and put a lantern in with, or a roof light really, with and fiberglass the roof. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the stud work. Now, because these walls are single skin of brick, they're not built like your house walls are, where they'll have a cavity. So the issue with that is if we were to plasterboard straight onto that, then we're going to have no insulation. Okay, so it's going to stay cold. We're going to have damp spots, and damp's potentially going to come through the walls, which is going to look a bit of a mess. So what we do is we put a stud work in front of it with insulation in it, and also a membrane on the back. And what that does is that stops any damp coming through. Right, so because we're having to put a membrane on the back, there's two ways of putting stud work up. So you can either build it in situ, where you can stick your sole plate, which is the one that runs across the floor, in your head in place. Okay, and then you can put all your studs in individually and plumb them up with a level. That's the way I like to do it, but unfortunately, because we're having to put a DPM on the back to stop the damp coming through, we're going to have to build the stud walls on the floor, okay, and then put the DPM on and lift them up into place. Now, the issue with building the stud work from floor to ceiling height, okay, is that when you come to stand it up, it's actually longer from point to point, so that you won't actually be able to get it in physically. It's too long. So what we do instead, we fix a timber to the floor like that, and then we make our stud work 45mm smaller, which means we can stand it up and then lift it into place. Okay, so what we're going to do is, quick tip, when you're measuring for the length of your studs, okay, what I've done is that base plate's in, I've then got my sole and my head, okay, in place, just like that, and then all we need to do is put a quick measure, height-wise, up to there, and then that'll give you a length for your studs. Right, when you're marking up where your studs are going to go, okay, what we do is we get our sole plate and our header on the floor next to each other, and what we do is we mark them out at the same time. That way then you know they're going to be identical and your studs are going to be parallel. So good idea is to use an offcut of your stud. Okay, and your first stud's going to go right on the end, so we're going to position that there. We're going to put a little mark. We're going to use this roofing square. Some people call them roofing squares or speed squares, whatever they want to be. The good thing is about these, they don't come out of square because they're cast out of one piece of either aluminium or some are plastic. Okay, so that's that. What we then do is we're going to mark our studs at 400mm centres. So the reason they're going to go at 400mm centres is because so it'll work out for our plasterboard. So every edge of our plasterboard will be caught by a stud, so it's solid when it's fixed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 400. Okay, the thing is now, that 400 is the centre, okay? So if we were to mark that with a square and then try and fix on it, you can't see your centre line. So what we do is we position that in the centre of our stud, just like that, and we mark the side, okay? And then we come across. What we then do is we mark an X on that side, just like that. So then, when our stud goes in, it's 400 to the centre of the stud. Bang on. Okay, and then all we're going to do, we can go 400mm. Oh, that's one minute before I grab that piece of stud. Okay, we'll then fall on the end, and that's underneath 400mm. So it'll finish on a board. And that's how you mark out your sole and your header. So now we've got 2 stud walls, and we've got that one there where the window is, and we've got that side there as well. So they've had a bit more to them because I've had to open it up around the windows and stuff. So they've required a bit more work. But now we're on with this big long wall. So these are a lot more straightforward. As you can see, this is what the studs are kind of looking like before we put the membrane on. So different components of stud work are, you've got your sole plate that goes across the bottom. We've then got our head, which runs along the top. Okay, we've always got studs which run upwards. Okay, and noggins. And what the noggins do is they tie it all together, stop the studs from twisting, and make it sort of really quite rigid. A little tip for you as well, a lot of people put a row of noggins through the middle of the stud work. What we've done is we've put our noggins 1200 from the bottom upwards, and that's from the inside to there. So that measures 1200. The reason we've done that is we're using 1200 by 2.4 king span sheets. So what that means is when we cut them in, we've only got to cut the sheet once because they're already 1200 high. So that's a little tip for you. So we're going to start putting these on. We're going to put the membrane on and then fix them in place, and then we've just got another 1 or 2 to go. Okay, so it's day 2, so we've come to start insulating now our stud work. So as you can see, we've got our studs here with the membrane behind. Okay, what that has then given us is a 50mm cavity in between, so any damp that comes through the brickwork is not going to penetrate and come into the room, and it's going to go down. Okay, and then what there is there's weep holes at the bottom, so if there's any moisture that is trapped, it'll go down and out of the house. So this is what we're using. It's a PIR board. It's called Extra Therm. It's exactly the same kind of stuff as Kingspan or Celotex. So like I said, what we've done is we'll put our noggins from 1200 from the bottom up. That way then when we cut a full sheet, they fit perfect in. So we've got a few in there, so we're just going to carry on and work our way through doing that. finished now, so all the stud work's now in, it's all been insulated. There's DPM on the back which is going to stop any damp coming through. What we're doing now is going to have a little quick sweep up. I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching.